Institute for Culinary Arts. I'm Chef Leonard Bailey. Today what we're going to be doing is basic chicken fabrication. We're going to do it in two type of fashions. First we're going to debone the chicken, and then we're going to take a chicken and break it down into its parts. You want to always keep your chicken on ice, keep it cold, and when you fabricate it you want to have a tray that is over ice. We're going to take the chicken first. We're going to start taking off the fat. Take the tail off. Okay, now we're going to release the legs. Snap the back. We're going to come in and release the wishbone, and we want to make a line. Make a line, scrape with your knife, come behind the wishbone and release it. Behind the wishbone, release it. You have to be very careful at this point because the wishbone breaks very easily. Release with your fingers. Release with your fingers. Now when you get up to the flat part of the wishbone, you want to pinch it and pull. Now we're going to take the legs off. We're going to bend and snap the backbone. We want to come in here and we want to pop the joints. We're going to find the oyster. And the oyster is in the hip pocket here. It's the most tender part of the chicken. And we're going to pop that oyster out of the hip pocket joint. Now we're going to come in with the knife. Release. Release. Now on the chicken here, you want to find the joint, and you can see where the joint is bending right here, and that's where you're going to want to make your cut. So we're going to make the cut right through that joint, and it should cut nice and clean. And now we're going to ballantine the leg, and we're going to come down the bone, make a line here, then make a line down this bone. And the bone will expose. You want to use your fingers at any point in time here because it does less damage to the bone, or to the meat, excuse me. Now we're going to cut around the joint. Underneath. Pull back. You want to pull back so you can see the skin. Cut at the skin. Save that for stock. Now the meat here is ready to be ballantined. You can put some stuffing in here and roll it, poach it, braise it. But this leg meat is a very underused portion of the chicken. Now we're going to come in on the breast. For this purpose today, we're going to remove the skin. We're going to bring it down, release. Take our knife, come in down by the wing, cut. Again, down by the wing, make a cut, bring it back up, and it should just pull right off. Clean it up. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to it's either called Frenching or airlining, and we want to cut the skin here, cut around the bone, releasing the tendons. You want to snap back on the wing joint and it'll pull right off. Do the same on the other side. Cut again at the skin, all the way around. Releasing, snap and pop off. Now we're going to come to the breast itself. We're going to come down the keel bone or the breastbone. The knife's going to fall to one side or the other. Use your hand to release, because the more you use your hand to release, the less damage it does to the meat. So we're going to come in, We're going to follow this through all the way to the joint. Now the joint is going to be right over here. Remove the tenderloin. Come to the other side here. Now there's the piece of meat that's in between the keel bone. You want to release that with your finger and pop that back. Then you're going to come to the keel bone itself, make a cut around it, and come down that keel bone again. And release with your finger. Fold back, come in with your boning knife. So we have the carcass, the stock. We remove the tenderloin. Save that for another application. Now we want to clean and square up the breast. And we want to remove any of this excess fat or skin. Now what I really want to show you here, there is a tendon right here that you can see. It's a white line. It's right here in the breast. Now what happens is when you cook, if you don't cut that tendon, it's going to make the breast shrivel up and it's going to look like that. To keep the breast looking in shape, you want to come in and just get underneath that tendon and nick it in 3 spots. And now that will not shrivel up. We want to cap the top of the bone. Have a clean cap on that. And this is for presentation. When you go to cook with a bone, what I like to do is I like to wrap a wet piece of cheesecloth around it and then tin foil so the bone does not turn brown or discolor. Again, same on this breast here. Clean it up. Square it. Again, find the tendon, which is right here. Come in, nick, nick, nick. Cap the bone clean, and we have a French breast. Thank you very much.